Here's a new perspective from George St.Pierre with the early weigh-in, and you guys, he is not a fan. Okay, so George St.Pierre was asked what is his opinion on the early weigh-in, and I was just on MMAJunkie.com. That's where I got this info, and it was reported by Mr. Mike Mr. Mike Bull and Matt Erickson. Okay, so according to this video that was posted, George St. Pierre, it seems like he's against. Yeah, it seems like he's against. If not entirely against, he does not like the early win. It's just the fact that according to him, which is, you know what, I agree because it's true. And you know what, guys, this is what he says. The reason why he disagrees is that it would give the fighter that much longer. It would give the fighter such a lengthier time to come into the cage, to come in and fight and compete, right? So they could rehydrate, and so they have that much time to that much more time to rehydrate themselves, and the fighter will come in at that much more okay. You know what? I'm just trying to paraphrase here. He said that the fighter will come in heavier than he would or she would if the weigh-in was on the same date or at a shorter length of time. That's what he was trying to say. And so the next question is, what are the solution? What should be the possible solution? And according to George, he believed that every week leading to the fight, let's say a month or a month and a half leading to the fight, the fighter that's competing should be weighed at least once a week, about a month and a half leading to the fight, and they must be at a certain weight class. And on top of that, he also believed that the fighter should be weighed in on the day of the fight. That's interesting. So what's your perspective on that? Tell me what you think in the comment section below. But however, before you go, this is my opinion on that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I honestly believe that there are a lot of fighters that they have been cutting a lot of weight, just trying to get in, just trying to make that weight, so they could come in heavier to have that weight advantage. Because at the end of the day, do you know what, you guys? A bigger guy will always, and I mean, well, not always, but a bigger guy will always beat the smaller guy at the same weight class with the same skill set 99% of the time. And that's why we have a weight class for a reason, so that we don't have a guy that comes in at like 180 competing against a guy like, I don't know, some weighs in like 140, which is ridiculous. And the perfect example that I'm going to use right now is the fight between Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee, he has to cut, look at this, he cut 19 pounds in 16 hours to make the weight limit of 155 pounds to compete against Tony Ferguson. And if you guys have not seen the weigh-in result or the weigh-in video, Kevin Lee, he did not make his weight during the first weigh-in, and the second weigh-in, he looks horrible. Okay, and he even stated that after the fight, well, you know what? Spoiler. It shouldn't be, but spoiler, Kevin lost the fight versus Tony Ferguson. And during the post-fight interview, Kevin Lee says that the weight cutting was a major factor, was a big issue of why he lost, because he didn't feel like himself, and he cut too much weight in such a short span of time, and that's one of the reasons why he lost the fight. Fine, fair enough. And the other thing is that Kevin Lee, he did got a staph infection, but do you know what, guys? If Kevin Lee does go in there and cut the weight and make the weight, what's going to happen next? Because you know what, he's going to be the interim champ, and what's going to happen when he had to defend his title, or unify his title versus the current champ is Conor McGregor. And you know what, since I brought up Conor McGregor, okay, take a look at this image. Okay, guys, wow, just look at that. Oh my goodness, he looks it's like it's two different person. Those image, that is Conor McGregor competing at featherweight at 145. He looks like a skeleton. And the one on the right is when he's competing at 170. He was competing against Nate Diaz. But regardless, look at the difference between the two. I realized that Conor made his weight, but he looks extremely unhealthy. Okay, and in a way, I am agreeing with George that there should be there should be a multiple weigh-in heading or leading towards the fight, just the same way that USADA does the drug testing ahead of the fight, like even months ahead of the fight, leading into the fight date, leading to the fight night, because this is one of the only few ways that I'll make sure that the fighter, they don't cut too much weight, and it will be more healthy for the fighters. Because you know what, guys, I realized that anyone that compete at this level, you know, I don't compete, I am just a fan. I like watching fights. But anyone compete at this level, they want to get any edge that's available to them, but at what price and at what cost. And the other thing that I believe in is that as a promoter, as in the UFC, they are the number one promoter in the world. There should be people step in and saying that this is what you could do and this is what you can do, because at the end of the day, they are essentially responsible for their well-being. And the reason why I said that is that if anything happens, if anything goes wrong, if any fighter that receive major damage, major physical damage, let's say essentially any kind of hospital bills, the UFC, they are responsible to pick up those bills. Okay, so why not just cut off the middleman? When the UFC signed these new fighters, when the UFC signed the new fighters to this contract, just put that into the contract. This is what's happening, so there will be no surprise. I mean, if they could force these fighters to wear Reebok sponsorship gear after the contract was signed, I don't see a reason why they cannot do this. I mean, I just don't. Essentially, if you guys don't, they could say, like, they could honestly say, if you don't compete, don't come in and compete for the best promotion, the best fighter in the world, can make the most money, and if you have, and this is your opportunity to put your names out there and become a UFC champion. This is essentially what you must do. And let's get back to the Reebok contract. They're forcing these guys to wear Reeboks, and Reebok is one of many things that the UFC had done, which Bellator has taken advantage of, and Bellator has pulled some of their top elite fighters away. I mean, they took Rory McDonald away, they took Gegard away, they took Ryan Bader, they took Phil Davis, they took Roy Nelson. Okay, you guys could argue that Roy Nelson is not an elite fighter, but he's top 10 like anywhere. And do you know what? Guys? When Mark Hunt's contract is up, he is leaving as well. And when Mark Hunt leaves, it's not just about the money. He sued the UFC for like the second or third time within the last 12 months. I mean, he sued them for UFC 200, for having him compete against Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar popped. And now, since Mark just got pulled, he's in the UFC again for who knows what. I just can't think right now, but he's trying to sue the UFC again. So this does not look good for him. Oh, sorry, this does not look good for UFC. Okay, guys. So that's my quick thought on this. Thank you for listening. If you have not, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and tell me what you think in the I just got gas. And tell me what you think in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. And thank you for listening. I will talk to you soon. You guys, take care. Peace. I am out. And UFC Fight Night 119 is coming up this Saturday. I am picking Derek Brunson to beat Lyoto Nishida for the upset. I don't think it's going to be that big of an upset, but I believe that Derek Brunson is going to beat Lyoto Nishida. And check out my other video on Nico Price, the next superstar in the welterweight division, if he could beat Vincent Laquette in the same card as well. Okay, that's it. For sure, now for sure, I am done. Okay, guys, like I said, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Peace. Good night. Take care. Talk to you soon.